Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hurricane HQ, and today we're going to be taking a look at the tropics today. And normally I would be doing a normal video, but today I just don't have the time to do a normal video, so I'll be doing a live stream on the tropics. And this way I can answer anyone's questions. So let's first take a look at the Eastern Pacific Basin here, and this is the next 5 days. And as you can see, we have right here, we have Tropical Storm Carlos right here, and another area to watch just off the coast of Mexico, which could become a potential Gulf storm. So let's actually take a look at Tropical Storm Carlos right now. Now here's the latest forecast cone. You can see the National Hurricane Center is taking it this way, and then a sharp turn to the straight north and eventually dying out before it hits 15 degrees north there. And by the time it does die out, it's most likely going to be about Thursday, 11 p.m. It will become a tropical depression here. And you can see right now, this little yellow area is our tropical storm force wind field. And we are seeing tropical storm force winds into that little area. So not that widespread or anything like that, but definitely something to watch. Now, if we take a look at our wind speed probabilities for tropical storm force winds, the highest chance of those tropical storm force winds is in this yellow region right here. And it's going to die out pretty soon, as the system will begin a weakening trend and eventually dying out again. Hurricane force wind speed probabilities, 0%. We're not going to be seeing a hurricane. There's just about a 0% chance. And 50 knot wind speed probabilities here, pretty low. We could be seeing a little bit, but definitely a pretty low chance. Now if we take a look at the arrival times of winds here, you can see we could be seeing by Sunday, 8 p.m. or tonight, we're going to be seeing those winds reach over here, and then eventually Monday, 8 a.m. here. So the winds, they're not going to actually stretch that far out. But yeah, here's our wind history. So this basically is showing this right here. It is showing that the winds are increasing, like the region here. So it is getting larger, the wind field of tropical storm force winds, although not that large yet. And if we take a look at our current warnings and service winds, luckily there are no coastal warnings for Mexico or anything like that. And it's most likely not even going to impact land, but it's definitely something to watch because it may impact some regions in the far future here. Here's that forecast cone, if anyone's wondering, compared to just where the U.S. is or Hawaii. It's just in the center, and it's going to actually make that, it's actually going to get a little closer to Hawaii before it makes that northern turn, although it's not going to impact Hawaii. Maybe a few marine impacts, but other than that, it's unlikely that's going to impact Hawaii or anything like that. Could actually be seeing a few impacts to the coast, but by then it'll most likely die out. Now, actually, let's take a look at the tropical tidbits here. So the storm information here. So the location is 11.9 degrees north, 125.0 degrees west. Maximum winds are 40 knots. Minimum central pressure 1,002 millibars. Environmental pressure around the storm 1,012 millibars. Radius of circulation 150 nm. Radius of maximum winds is 15 nm. And the 34 knot wind radii by quadrants right here. Now here, let's actually take a look at some weather models here. So this is actually a few of the model guidance tracks here of where this could be heading. So we're going to continue to see it this way. There's strong agreement that we're going to continue to see it moving to the west right now. But then there's a kind of a mess. It could head more north. It could head this direction. Who knows where it'll head, but there's pretty good agreement that it's going to head to the west and then eventually make a turn to the north to some degree. Now let's stay with the GEFS model, or the GFS ensemble. Now we have really good agreement with this model. It's showing almost everything, showing it heading more north. The question is, where will it go? It could head more north or more south. We'll have to watch that. Although what it is showing is a decent chunk of them are bringing it more this direction. And if it does move in this direction, it's saying it's going to strengthen a little bit. So something to watch there. We could be seeing it here. Let's actually just draw a map here of where I think we could be seeing it happening. So just say this. This is basically my forecast cone thing here, and that's where we're going to be seeing the system move. So if it's, just say it's right over here, it could head more north, or it could head this direction somewhere. But that's mostly where it's going to head. Now, so if we take a look at the GEPS model here, you could see we have very strong agreement that we're going to be seeing this move to the west and maybe a little bit more north. But this model is showing it actually potentially impacting Hawaii over there. So we have to watch this pretty closely because we could be seeing a post-tropical cyclone or tropical depression impacting Hawaii according to the GEPS model. So we have to watch that pretty closely because we could be seeing this thing making landfall somewhere like Hawaii. Okay, so here's our intensity guidance model. This basically is a blend of different models showing how strong the system's going to get. So about half of them take it more down eventually. Like just about right now, it takes it down, and a little bit more than half takes it up a little bit, and maybe even getting pretty strong mid-end tropical storm, and then eventually weakening. So we'll see when it does weaken. But we have strong agreements that it's going to weaken. I would say by about 140 hours out. At least, I would even say 120 hours out, we have strong agreements that's going to start weakening then. And maybe, I would even say it's going to start weakening here. We have real strong agreements that it's going to start weakening by hour 84. As all these models basically bring it downward from there. So I would say anywhere after 84, most likely it would be a tropical depression or anything like that. And here's actually the latest satellite on Tropical Storm Carlos here. And once this loads, so you can see it's not that well organized, but we have some convection there, and you clearly see that spinning motion there. So definitely a tropical storm right now, and we have to continue to watch it as it may impact Hawaii or land there. So if you know anyone there, make sure you let them know that they could be seeing some maybe a tropical depression or maybe tropical storm to about 40 miles per hour there. So better watch out if anyone's over there. Let's see here. So I would like to jump over to another area to watch here. This one being in the Pacific Ocean. And if anyone is wondering why there's a region right here in the Pacific Ocean and a region right here in the Atlantic Ocean, or should I say the Gulf, that is only because that this area is going to be moving into the Gulf. And when it moves into the Gulf, the conditions are pretty favorable, so we could be seeing development anywhere, I would say, from Louisiana to Texas to Mexico there. Let's actually draw a little map here. This is the area of landfall potential, I would say, like that. So we could be seeing anywhere within these regions, could be seeing a landfalling system there. But yeah, we could be possibly seeing a pretty large system. So if we actually jump over to the tropical tidbits here, I'm just going to go to Invest 92L. As you can see right now, location 20.0 degrees north, 94.5 degrees west. Maximum winds 20 knots with gusts unknown yet. Minimum central pressure 1,010 millibars with environmental pressure of 1,012 millibars. So a bit below average right now, so it is a low pressure system. And I'm not going to read everything of that, but let's actually see. There's no satellite available at the moment. Oh, there is. Just wait for this to load in real quick, and we're going to take a look at the satellite on this. So this is what we're watching for tropical development. Right here, you can see this is a lot of convection. It's pretty disorganized, though, but we're going to be seeing this organized rapidly, possibly, as it is offshore right now, or I believe it is. But yeah, we have to watch this area as we could be seeing rapid intensification, potentially. Now let's actually take a look at the forecast models on this thing. So here is the global hurricane models, just a few different models, and they're all showing it starting out here. Okay, maybe we shouldn't look at this model here. Let's Let's take a look at the GFS ensemble models here. These models are a pretty big mess. Let's actually jump right back. Let's actually jump right to the model intensity guidance here. So this is pretty interesting what we're seeing here. The ship model is showing right now the system rapidly intensifying into a Category 1 hurricane, maybe even a Category 2 potentially. We have to be looking out for this because you can see it's heading right straight up, and it doesn't really go out to landfall. So we could be seeing this maybe even reach Category 2, and then when it makes landfall, come straight down. But it's pretty likely because just about all the models are showing a tropical storm, mid-range at least. I'm actually going to draw a little graph of the trend here. So this is the trend. No, it's not. This is the trend. So basically anywhere in this range is kind of the trend and what we could be seeing here. So we could be seeing anything really within this range here. It's kind of like a forecast cone on the model intensity guidance here. But yeah, you could see anywhere north of the trend we could be seeing a little bit because we have that one model showing even higher. So we have to watch out because we could be seeing a pretty big tropical cyclone if everything does come together at least. And actually, I would like to show everyone a forecast model real quick. A forecast model or two. Let's see. Let's actually take a look at the HWRF and 92L. This is it right now. You can see pretty disorganized, although it's showing it's going to get a bit more organized here. You're going to start to see that spin. And it's actually going to head back through. It's actually going to stay in its same spot for a long time there, by the looks of it. It's going to stay in the exact same place in the Gulf for a while, possibly strengthening there and getting stronger. Let's actually take a look at the HWRFP, see what they're saying. But yeah, they're basically showing it's staying here. Now, if we take a look at the HMON here, let's see, what is this saying? Whoa, okay, what is this thing? So this is actually showing it heading back through Mexico and intensifying over the ocean by the looks of it. Alright, let's just say there's a lot of disagreement. There's a lot of disagreements in the models here. Let's actually just take a look at the GFS model. And let's set this to the United States here. Or let's actually do the Southeast. So this is where we're going to start off. We're just going to take a look at the GFS is showing, because this is what's actually showing this tropical system. As you can see, it's going to form down here. And it's going to be a little bit of a mess, actually. But then it's going to become a bit stronger. You can see 991 millibars and even 988 millibars here at landfall on Louisiana here. Let's actually take a sounding real quick. For anyone who can read this, feel free to read that. I'm not going to go over much of that because I'm pretty low on time right now. But yeah, as you can see, it's actually going to potentially move inland and impact areas like Alabama, bringing a lot of heavy rainfall. So flooding potential, I would say, pretty big. I would say anywhere over here, you have to worry about flooding. And if we actually switch this to precipitation and moisture, here we go. Let's take a look at this. So you can see it gets pretty strong right there at landfall, and we could be seeing a lot of heavy rainfall, especially on the northeast and eastern side of this system. So you gotta watch out if you're in Louisiana, because you could be seeing pretty heavy rainfall there. Maybe even Alabama, Mississippi, heavy rainfall is a concern. So definitely gotta watch out if you're in the southeast or deep south, as we could be seeing a pretty big weather pattern happening down there, possibly a tropical system down there. So yes, I would like to thank everyone for watching, and I definitely recommend everyone subscribe to the channel and rings that notification bell to never miss the next weather update here. We do daily tropical updates and stuff like that, and I'm sorry I don't have much time today, so I had to do a live stream, but Tomorrow I will be doing a tropical update video and maybe a live stream during the landfall of this system, if it does make landfall or it does form. So yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. It means a lot. If anyone does want to see a lot of these websites I'm using, all of the links to these tropical websites and stuff are actually on my website. My website is thehurricanehq.org. The link's in the description below. If you go to tropical weather, you can see all these websites. All you have to do is push on this, and it takes you to the websites I use to track the tropics. So you can take a look at all those websites and stuff and try the tropics yourself. So if anyone does have any further questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments section or live chat. And yeah, alright, so I'm going to wrap this video up, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing to the channel. And yeah, have a nice day, everyone.